Masturbate. This is David at Chicago Music Exchange. This is the post-rock support group meeting in the basement. We're here with the presidents of our group, Shiner. Guys, welcome. You sounded great. Fantastic.
Thank you.
You've been a band for 20 years. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah.
That is a hard thing to do.
I think it's closer to 30 now.
Yeah.
It may be 30.
Yeah.
It could be 40.
I mean, it's 10
We
years.
took a little break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We took a 10-year break. So, but yeah, we were like 93 to 03 a band, and some incarnation or in what's the word I'm looking for? Iteration. And we broke up, and then we got together and just started doing reunions. We realized today was the
10 years.
anniversary of us reunionizing.
Wow.
We did our first reunion show.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Clap.
10 years ago in New York, and that was weird.
That was very weird.
You had a reunion show 10 years ago in New York.
Yeah, we did a handful of shows, New York, Chicago.
Why weird? Tell me about
Kansas
weird.
City, and
Let's
LA.
I started this thing off very weird, so let's keep it going.
Well, yeah, we decided we were going to get together and do some shows. Our agent said there was some interest from some quality venues, and kind of just started booking it, and it started coming together, and we all flew to New York and got together in a storage container, basically.
A room about an eighth of this size, probably.
Yeah, and just hammered it out for, I don't know.
4 days.
Yeah,
Brutal.
Sounds brutal.
It was brutal. You know,
It's literally sweat equity.
yeah, and then we had no idea what to expect. Load onto the stage at Gramercy Theater in New York, and it sold out and filled with a bunch of people that we had never seen before or had never seen us, and fan, old fans, but we got a lot of new fans after we broke up, and that was really wild to kind of
Thank you, Internet.
to see, and just kind of looked at each other and just
You were
kept going.
surprised.
Yeah.
You were definitely
Yeah.
just shocked. I think especially now, I mean, you see bands like Failure going back on the road. You know, you guys kind of came up around the same time, I believe. I would categorize or whatever. If
Yeah,
I would
they
put
broke
you-
up in 96,
Yeah.
97, I think. But yeah.
I feel like you guys share
It's
some
all-
threads. You're all part of the same. They could join our group.
It's people with too many
if
pedals.
they wanted to,
Yes.
if they wanted to be a part of it, they could sign up and we would.
Too many
probably-
switches under the feet group.
They have
I
a
think
lot
is
of
what it is.
switches. So speaking of switches, I guess we can, because we like gear. Josh, we were kind of touching on this. You are using a literal switcher.
I am. Yes.
Kind of, a little bit. Not sometimes, not so much. What do you got going on here?
I basically have a delay problem. If you're gonna play one note poorly, make it happen 6 or 7 times.
Word.
Yeah. I don't know. I like. If for me, like the ultimate rock guitar sound is like the Sex Pistols record. Like that's just like a Les Paul through a twin that's floored. It sounds awesome. But that's been done a ton. Not that A Million Pedals hasn't been done a ton, but like I don't know. I want all of the colors.
Yeah.
Instead of just a couple colors.
Yeah, you, Shiner, I was listening to you guys play, and you guys reminded me of you are the last meal band to me. If that makes so, like when you're about to die and you're gonna have your last meal, I would want every delay, reverb, echo, a loud bass stack, a bombastic drummer behind me, and that is kind of which is why you're part of our club, what you deliver, but. You've got so much gear here, yet there's a lot of space in the music. So is that, I'm assuming it's a conscious effort. I mean, I can hear it. Just go, oh, look, we just created all that space.
For me, I like to have parts in the song. I'm just going to hang out here and not play anything. I don't know. I think that the older I've gotten, the easier for me it is to know when to not play something versus like trying to do everything all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big part of my thing too. Just like leaving space for guitars and vocals to do their thing, and it just feels more powerful when I'm coming in and out.
To keep it simple, stupid kind
Yeah,
of equation. Yeah, you can hear it in the music. It's beautifully done. Like it's a talent. They writing within outlines or whatever they tell you to do. I mean, you guys accomplish it well. guys have side things going on. You're very, very busy.
Yes.
I know you, Josh, are very busy. I know, Alan, you're very busy. Why don't we talk a little bit about the non-Shiner side of your lives?
Jason and I have a post-punk noises-ish band called Sie lieben Maschinen,
Love it.
where it's
Wait, say that again.
Sie lieben Maschinen.
Zealand.
It's German for "you love machines," but apparently that's also wrong.
Zealand
So thank you, Google Translate, for helping me pick a band name. Alan has many projects.
Couples. I have a band called Life and Times.
Yep.
And I have a band called Bird Hands, and then a new solo thing. But yeah.
Podcast.
You have a podcast.
I have a podcast.
Great I listen to your podcast.
Thank you.
I love your
Third
podcast.
Gear Scratch.
It's a great if you
Thank
like
you.
if you
It
like
is.
music.
It's basically talking to artists about why in the world would you get into this and continue this very difficult career in the arts, and how do you do it? That's it.
Good
So-
deal.
I'm an engineer, producer, play on other people's records here and there. I have a studio, and strangely enough, I just got off from being on tour with Failure for 6 weeks. Failure.
So you're doing these side things, but I want to get back to that question that you asked, Alan. Why still do it?
For me, it's like life is not as fun without it, and we all still really enjoy doing what we do. We think we're really good. It would be a shame to not do it.
I agree.
And like life is short. I think, and I can think of a million or many different situations in which people we used to play with all had to stop because they got married or they had a baby or whatever. I don't necessarily think that that's the biggest impediment. You can still continue to make music, even if you're not like trying to tour and all that. You can still put out records and make music with your dudes. And grown men a lot of times don't always get a chance just to hang out and be together and to do stuff together. If not, with you're 50 years old, you're mainly with your wife or your stupid kids and doing whatever. It's like,
Yeah.
It's like, and then you're like, oh, whatever, and then it's like you forget how to be a child, or this extended kind of adolescence for me.
This is kind of the only male bonding experience I really have in my life. I'm not like sports guy, or this is like, it's music or it's nothing.
Right.
Generally for me personally. Maybe it's a personality disorder. I don't know.
Nonsense. The group supports you. Why do it?
It's not a choice to me. It's just I made the decision whenever I was a kid. This is what I wanted to do, and there's no backup plan. There's no, this is it, and I couldn't be happier.
You'd be a
Awesome.
good truck driver.
Fucking.
You gonna talk?
I don't talk very much.
He doesn't talk about. This is his
That's a fucking lie.
this is his wee little kit, by the way.
He's playing the guy in the back. No.
We were talking about space earlier.
Oh, we did talk about space. Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
You're doing space.
He's giving the whole thing some space.
Wow.
He's waiting for his moment.
That is
to come in.
wonderfully done. someone were to watch Shiner, they may miss how nuanced, granular, and anal retentive you guys are about your music. Like, you're very particular about your music. It's not just, oh, well, I'm just going to hit the delay, and I'm just going to hit the reverb, and then I'm going to do this, and we'll see what happens. Like, you guys are very methodical. Like, it's very thought out and planned.
Yes. Yeah, I think this music kind of demands that. If it was a different style, you know, I think there's bands that there we go.
Or felt. Necessarily, not just thought, but felt.
Definitely.
Yeah.
If it doesn't feel good,
Definitely.
it's not going to work.
I don't say this sarcastically, but I feel you. Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the music has it reverberates.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, and we put a lot of time into our amps and our sounds and all this and the beats and the sound, all of that. Ultimately, we want it to be an organic experience. We don't want, like, you know, we have a little bit of mathy stuff in our songs, but we never want it to overtake the actual song. And it's all about the song. It's not about, oh, let's do something in 9/11 or whatever. And it's just like whatever fits. But so there is a lot of work on that kind of thing, but we also want to make it stay organic and very much, you know.
I think one of the things with getting older or feeling what's right or wrong with the song is being less precious about your feelings when something isn't working in a song, be it the song itself or if everyone else is like, you know, your part right here kind of sucks. I don't have to tell you that, but maybe you should just keep going, keep exploring that.
And it probably feels good to be the person receiving that and saying, okay.
Yeah, it's
Go
freeing
with that.
ultimately.
That's fine.
You're like, okay, good, yes, let's just
It's
clear the
easier
slate
now.
and start again.
Right.
It's easier now without getting butthurt about it, for sure. Whereas even if you secretly thought it yourself 20 years ago, to have somebody else tell you, you're like, boom, you know, whatever. But now you're like, yeah, you're right. I knew something wasn't hitting. And in that same way, we gave up cool songs, or we decided not to use them. We were like, this song's pretty cool. Remember Too Thinky and there's Too Happy and there's Too Slow and there's
These were the working titles.
these are
Working titles.
Yeah, so one was Too Thinky. And
So
we're-
what do you do with those songs? Do you hang
We
on
still-
to them?
They're sitting in Dropbox, and
Okay.
they're in the treasure trove.
They get
We'll go back
revisited.
on this exact same subject. I was delighted when I went to go see Rush in Soundcheck one time. The band Rush, my friend, our old sound guy, Mark Davis, took me to go see them. We were like walking around Riverport Amphitheater
When
in
was
St.
this?
Louis. Early 2000s or something, and they were, I don't know what they were touring for, but I'm a big Rush fan. But at one point they stopped rocking on something, and Alex walks over to Getty, and they go, "Are you doing the whittly do on the third thing?" And he goes, "Wait, on the dun 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 or something." And we were like, "This is as dumb as how we all do it." It was actually it was reassuring. You know, they didn't have like that all tab. You expect them to like be paging through their computer, you know, and they're like, "Okay." And I think there probably is
Assistant
that.
comes on and goes, what you were doing right there, Mr. Lifeson, was you were doing the thingy thing. And
Right.
He was in the thing. Yeah,
He
yeah.
was like, "The second time on the woody woot, or we do the."
Yeah.
It was funny. It was
That
and
is
reassuring. Yeah.
Humanizing.
So anyway, I love you guys. I'm admittedly a fan of you, and appreciate you guys stopping by. Wish you luck on the tour. Where's next for you?
Cleveland tomorrow.
Cleveland.
Yes. Which I guess tomorrow is way gone by when this goes up, but still.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
where
yeah.
we'll be.
Right.
Okay. Well, I hope it was weird. I can't wait for your comments. I'm super psyched to read those. And you
These
know
guys
what?
are idiots.
Here's my dare to you. You do it. Peace.